All right, here we are, Enumclaw, Washington, the Claw North American Championship. One of the biggest games in the country for a long, long time. One of the best games in the country for a long, long time. Privileged and proud and honored to be invited back here again. Big thanks to Brett and Jay for getting me back out here. Gonna do my best to put on a show and see what I can come up with tomorrow. Practice over the last couple of weeks has been pretty lackluster since Alaska. Just trying to fine tune and work on some things. Haven't been filming a lot of sessions, so sorry about that. Sorry you haven't been getting any insight into the prep for this, but it is what it is, man. Been real busy. Sometimes my sessions are pretty short, not like I like them, but busy with work and busy with, rugby tournament. If you keep up with me on Instagram, you know I play rugby as well. And my team hosts a tournament in usually the third weekend of July, and just busy helping out with that, getting myself prepped to play in it, as well as helping out with organizing it. So, not mad about it, but it did distract me from the throwing a little bit. All that being said, still going to give it my all tomorrow. I know what I need to do. I know what my cues are. So, take you through a little bit about what the day before the game looks like coming into it. Of course, I travel. This is one of my shortest travel games of the year. Only takes me about 4 hours of flying to get here, another hour car ride, 3 hours of driving to get to the airport back home. But hey, whatever. That's pretty constant. And it's gonna gum most people up. It definitely does me. It gets me stoved up, gets me tight. I don't fit in airplane seats real well, and I don't sleep very well on airplanes. So just all those factors working against me. But no excuses. Still gotta get in here, get back in shape so I can throw in the morning and get ready. So what that looks like for me is definitely doing some stretching, definitely doing some mobility work, and then after that, I like to take aside some time to visualize, maybe jot some stuff down in the journal, review some past pages from the journal, to see, kind of remind me of my cues, remind me of where I'm at, what I need to work on, and then jot some more stuff down, just those simple cues, those things I'm going to use tomorrow on the field, and then actually visualize going through those. And when I visualize, this is something I've been doing for a while, even back in my high school football days, where I close my eyes and I think about every part of the day. I think about getting out of the car, walking into the arena. I think about what my warm-ups, what my mobility, what my day is going to feel like going into it. I know it sounds corny and hokey, but I think about the handshakes and the hugs for the people that I haven't seen for a while, and then leads me right into the traditional order. So I think about tucking the stone, how it feels, finding the spot, getting back in the position, pushing on it. And then I do that for every event. Just go through it mentally so that, if I try to transport myself and put myself in those positions, in the game positions, it gets my mind just primed for tomorrow for the real thing. So we do that. Of course, breathing, doing good breath work while doing that is very helpful for clarity. And I don't know, probably some psychological stuff going on to like really download that information and kind of make it so you can access it again. So that's what I do. Like I said, got to get unfucked from the travel, and I've already done that, so I didn't film any of that. Just me rolling around on the floor in a hotel room. So you got to pay extra for that. So I ain't showing you. But that's it. And then tonight, we got the social over at the brewery. They get us together, just kind of a welcoming party, and get to hang out with some people that I don't get to see very often. And big fun part about this traveling thing. So on that note of traveling, if you are trying to get better in this sport, if you are trying to do more, you're an amateur and you're looking up, or you're a pro and you're looking to be a better pro, you need to travel. Enumclaw is one of those games that you have to get invited, yeah, but you have to apply to get invited. And if you're going to apply to get invited, then you must have the intention to travel. And I don't care where you're at in this country. That means travel to it. right? That means, drive or fly across the country and get to it. Enumclaw is one of the games I put on the list for you to attempt to do so. And Pleasanton, of course, pick these games that are just on, where you're going to get the best competition, that are on the edge of your comfort level. Put in an application, and then when you get invited, just go and do it. Just keep piling up those experiences and keep piling up the competition. Don't stay in your local area where you're constantly winning or constantly throwing the same weights or constantly throwing the same cavers. Get outside of your area. Go meet some new people. Again, get out of your comfort zone, because again, if you're going to aspire to be at the next level, whether it be, to be at the top AM level, to be on the pro circuit, to be even competing in like the world championships for like masters level, you are going to have to travel and get out of that comfort zone, because you're going to be uncomfortable in those big events. So that's my advice. Try that out. Think about that for your next season, or if there's anything left in this season, it's something you can sign up for and go try to do that. That's it for now. Roll footage of the games.
Now, our job, Enumclaw, is to get these athletes fired up. Our job is to make noise for them before they throw, during the throw, after they throw. So do you think you can help us make a little noise today? All right, well, we're going to have to get a whole bunch louder. The good news is more about if you show up, we will get louder. So I'm going to go over here and see what's starting with our stone throw.
Don't help him, he won't learn anyway.
So as usual, the day starts with stones, and as the year has been going, stones have sucked for me. My Braemar stone, not so bad. Open stone, you're gonna see here, just trash. The Braemar stone, this is a heavy Braemar stone, like 24.5 pounds or something, and got it out to 35 feet and some change, which wasn't anything to write home about, but was an okay push on it. Although it did get me like next to last, or maybe, so we had 8 throwers. I might have got 6th place out of the Braemar stone, but certainly didn't do anything in the open stone. I just, I got to keep working on this, and I don't know what it is, why the fall off on the open stone so much this season, but it's something I got to sort out. Taking residence in the basement for an event, every single games is not going to bode well for me trying to get on the podium at some of these games where I stand a chance at getting to the podium. So I'm going to have to get it sorted out one way or the other. Obviously, the cues and things that I'm practicing have set me back, so might just need to revisit and look at some stuff from the history. So what has worked well for me, and maybe try to implement some of that. So a couple, the last throw in the series of 3 throws was, I felt like the best technical throw, but it came off my hand real bad, and I would like to have that one back to get a good push on it. The stone was a little bit of a funny shape, didn't have a very intuitive handle to it, and so I kind of rolled it off my hand and might have had a pretty decent throw out of it. This is Cal Lilly throwing. I would say this is how you're supposed to, but he fouled this throw. He did end up winning the day. I don't remember what he threw, 50-something feet, I think. Much better than my 44 feet or 45, I don't even know, 43 feet, maybe not even 44 feet. Just not good. That's the one that kind of rolled off. I say it was my best technical throw, which is pretty sad looking at it, but hey, it is what it is. So stones out of the way then, and on to some weights. I did fairly well in the heavyweight throw. I had a pretty good series. I went 37-10, and then 2 throws over 39. Actually had almost a 40-foot throw on the day, and technique-wise, pretty solid. You'll notice, everybody has the same problem, but you'll notice how spongy the platform feels. It's not spongy, I guess you could say, but had a little bit of a flex in the middle. You may not be able to see that really well on this video, but it had a little thing that you had to account for. So you didn't get as much good, solid feedback from the ground as you would expect. But overall, pretty easy to adjust to, especially since I've thrown on this thing for 3 or 4 years. I kind of know what to expect. But that was my best throw, 39 feet. 39.11 or 39.10 or something like that. Felt good. Got some good speed. And then I really tried to go all out on this last throw, and ended up kind of getting stuck in the middle a little bit, I guess you could say. Had a really good turnaround, but didn't get any drive through it, and then intentionally fouled it right here. I was like, it just didn't go that well, so fouled the throw. So, I don't know. It measured out probably 36, 37, somewhere around there. And, yeah, and then on to the lightweight. Though the judge did not foul me, I had a little birdie tell me that maybe I was backline foul. So I don't really know. Made up. Can't see my feet, so it never happened. But I had some decent throws with the lightweight as well, with my series being all banging around 73 feet. Would have liked to get it pushed out a little further, and I can see now that driving, I could get a little bit more linear drive, push a little more to that left side, and then just get a little bit more push and get it out there further. So what it is. And another video of Kyle doing it like Kyle does it. He was throwing pretty decent that day, high 80s, low 90s. So that would have been nice. But yeah, I mean, you'll see this one kind of have the same. I adjusted so that I didn't get that backline foul. And then I just got real linear with it. Again, not getting really opened up to the left and getting that left foot to finish more to the left side of the trig, so that I was opened up and can just get more hips into it. And then that one, that was, I think, my farthest throw, which it really came out with a low launch angle. So I think I was thinking just like all the speed I could get, and just didn't get a bunch of lift on it. And yeah, it is what it is. Again, all of them 73 something, pretty consistent at that distance. Highlight of my day, as has been for a while, was hammers, and we throw without blades, obviously throwing off of platforms. First throw was kind of just a slow, like rolling into it. Didn't throw it very far, like 98, 99 feet. But then after that, I really got after it, and was able to throw some mustard on the hot dog. Went 112, 3.5, and then 115, 3.5. You can see the speed just coming, and then I got good lift on it. Super happy about the quality of throws I was able to, without blades, throwing 115 is, it is a PR by a foot or two for me. And it just felt good. So now I just gonna try to put the same type of power into the hammer throw. When I do put blades on, I should be able to just lay out and get some more speed. Just go just a lot more flat out. So that'll be a big goal for me coming up to Pleasanton, to try to push out my light hammer to 130 feet. So I think it's there. I think there's definitely some good things to take away from that bladeless throw in order to like I said, add some speed to it, and I could really get some separation between the ball and my hips, and get that extra 15 feet out of the blades. Then moving into sheaf. I'm not going to say this was a standout day in sheaf for me, but it felt better than it has been feeling. I broke my fork in the Homer Alaska games. My regular fork that had treated me well for so long, but they had some fatigue in the middle tine, and it just snapped when I was stabbing the bag one time, and ended up having to get a new fork. Clan Bacon came through for me, was able to take my order and get me a fork in about a week and a half turnaround time with shipping and everything. So props to them. I would definitely recommend you reaching out if you do need a fork. They can get you a good fork. This one is stiffer than the one I was using. This has been, the one my old fork was, been using it for the last 3 or 4 years. It had some spring to it, but if you didn't catch it right, you could really get sloppy and come off the side. This one's a little stiffer than that, and thus I have to learn a little bit about the fork and kind of its characteristics. And I should be able to pull harder with it being stiffer. I should be able to give the bag just a real good yoink and not worry as much about it coming off early or coming off to the side. So ended up throwing 27 on the day. I think this is a miss at 27. I was basically was getting a lot more. I was throwing further back than I normally throw, and that caused me to jam into the bar. So then I got onto this. I just basically took an extra half a step, 3/4 of a step forward, and made the adjustment and was able to throw it. And it still peaked out probably 3 feet behind the bar or so. So I don't know if I need to develop my technique a little bit better to get more lift on it, or if I just need to change my setup just a little bit. Because when I got up to 30 feet, I was smacking into the bar in the front of it, kind of the same trajectory path. So check out that crowded Enumclaw. We even filled in some of those holes there by the time we were done. And Enumclaw has a hell of a following. People come every year and fill up those stadiums. So props to them. Good show, and we try to put on a good show for the people. Back onto the field. This is at 30 feet. You're gonna see a couple of misses here, or maybe I only got one miss included in the video. But basically, yeah, it's just touching the front of the bar and then falling back down. And so close. I mean, like, I don't know. Would it have cleared 30 if I had another half step forward? Maybe. Or if I got a little more favorable hit onto the bar and the bar didn't push back any. Maybe. I don't know. It obviously wasn't convincing at 30 feet, which is my PR. And then on to weight over bar. Had a decent showing here at weight over bar, threw over 15 feet pretty handily. And then I had 3 misses at 16 where, again, I mean, I was right there with it. Just maybe missing a little bit of energy and unable to get that thing pushed over the 16 feet. End of the day, it is what it is. That's just the life of WOP throwing sometimes. You just miss because you get tired. I think I had over on the first throw at 14, missed a throw at 15, got it on the second, and then 3 consecutive misses that look pretty much just like that at 16 feet. So, yeah, I wasn't mad about it. Good group, though. I think we went up to the winner went at 17-6. So a decent tight group. This is one of the things that Enumclaw is most famous for. It is called the Caber Palooza. We have 4 classes on the field on Saturday, and we would all throw our cabers back to back to back. So basically, once one caber drops, the next thrower is up, throwing their stick, and then the next thrower after that, yada yada. And I had a good caber day. Had 3 turns, all 3 turns, and I think I went like 11, 11:30, and 12:15 or something like that. Couldn't quite get that nooner, but yeah, I mean, just this caber palooza is just insane. Just everybody going. It keeps the crowd into it. Like, there is no lull. There's no like, oh, it's, give it a minute. Let's carry the caber back. Next person goes. Nope, it's just one after the other after the other. And again, that's just one of the things that Enumclaw is known for. And it gets people going. It gets people excited. The music's pumping. They don't do the traditional like, oh, there's bagpipes in the background. They're in this rodeo arena, and they've got an excellent PA system, and they just crank the music with some high energy tunes, and just keep us hyped up about it, and keep the crowd hyped up about it. So can't say enough good things about Enumclaw, and this is one of the best things about it. So I guess enjoy the last few caber turns, and thanks for watching. Next up is Pleasanton, and I'm gonna start rolling out the videos in my prep for Pleasanton. So hope y'all enjoy it. Likes, comments, concerns, just hit them all up. Share the videos, get some more people watching, and yep, pay attention. All right, peace.